Howdy, Possum Patty here, and I'm nature journaling. This is my nature journal page for March 21st, 2020. If you'd like to come along with me on a little nature journaling journey, I'll show you how easy it was to fill this page. And it didn't take very long either. Since it's March now, maybe I'll think about ways to record the wind. Right now I'm looking at the flag, and the flag is starting to wave. And of course the wind chimes to my left are making their music. So I'm going to stop a minute and try to record this in my journal. I started my journal in the house. It's March 21st, 2020. The thought of the day is that the governor of Connecticut, Governor Lamont, decreed that everybody should stay safe and stay home. So of course in my metadata, I'm at home by myself outside nature journaling. It's 51 degrees, humidity is 34%, and the sky is partly cloudy. Although in the last few minutes, most of the clouds to the west have cleared out and the sky is pretty blue. I wrote my little symbol for a partly cloudy day, which is the sun peeking out from behind some clouds. The sounds that I'm hearing while I'm nature journaling is a woodpecker and some construction off in the distance. And I was watching the bird feeders, and I saw a male and female downy woodpeckers, a white-breasted nuthatch, some black-capped chickadees, a tufted titmouse, and a red-bellied woodpecker. Then I got out my little compass and I went over to our little windmill to note which way the wind was blowing. But the wind's pretty much coming out of the north right now. I sketched my little windmill, and as I started to sketch my little windmill and I looked back at it and then back at my book and then back at the windmill again, I noticed that it had turned from north to northeast. So I remarked in my journal there that the weather vane was turning and that it was moving from north to northeast. Well, I walked around the yard, took notes on my observations. I think I'll go inside now and just finish up the page, maybe add a little color and finish my notes. Okay, my journal page is finished. And here you can see the windmill turning, and it was moving from north to northeast. I have my flag flying in the breeze. I was watching the songbirds flying from one pile of sticks and wood to another pile. We made these in the woods and we call them our little habitats because the songbirds just really love them. There was a cardinal on this pile and a chickadee on this pile. And I'm showing my directional arrows here. Songbirds flying from one habitat to another. I was looking for signs of the wind, and I noticed at the foot of the trunk of a tree there was a little sedge growing, and the leaves were moving in the wind. A larger breeze came by, and I looked up, and the larger branches at the top of the trees started swaying back and forth. And I call this my dance of the standing people. I noted that by the end of my journaling, I started about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But by the time I was ready to come in, the sky had turned really blue, and when I got inside, I checked our weather station, and the humidity had dropped down to 29%. Another sign that the wind was blowing were some leaves rustling on the ground, last year's leaves rustling on the ground. But when I looked up into the woods, I noticed that there was a tree that still had its leaves on from last year, and those leaves were moving quite a bit more than the leaves on the ground. I hope you enjoyed this nature journaling journey with me in search of the March winds, and I look forward to nature journaling tomorrow. Bye-bye now.